Dida Diafat, the hometown favorite from Paris, France. Vadim Tchemiakin from the Ukraine. These are freestyle rules, Robert.
That's right. You can see, in fact, Ukrainian Tchemiakin is wearing the boots, which are permitted under freestyle rules, but not required in France. And you see Dida Diafat preferring to come without the boots. He's fought under Oriental rules as well as freestyle. So Tchemiakin in the white and Diafat in the black. Oh, there you saw a good strong leg kick taking Diafat down momentarily. More of a sweeping action than a kick, so the referee didn't count it as a knockdown.
Tchemiakin seems to be the more active of the two fighters to this point.
Right now he's definitely started off pretty quickly.
Mixing his punches and kicks nicely.
That's right. Diafat likes to dominate the center of the ring when he can and try and force his opponent into the corners. Right now it looks as though Tchemiakin is definitely starting quite quickly. Strong attempt at a right hand there from Diafat, missed. But that one connected a little bit off the glove.
There's a slip. Tchemiakin went down.
You'll get sometimes the fighters going down in these matches because of the mixture of leg kicks and sweeps.
Vadim Tchemiakin, the former Soviet Union. It is now...
Well, yeah, he's from Kiev in the Ukraine, part of this former Soviet Union under the CIS banner these days. Very highly rated fighter from there, and of course, Dida Diafat in front of his home crowd here, just very highly rated, #1 contender in the world. There you saw a very good left leg roundhouse kick to the inside of Diafat's leg from Tchemiakin. They can kick the inside and the outside of the legs. Oh, good flurry there. Nice combination move from Tchemiakin.
As we come to the end of round #1, judges like activity, and they've seen a lot of it from Vadim Tchemiakin.
That's right, and a very strong right hand at the end there. Just went right between Diafat's gloves. I thought that was a very strong finish for the round for the young Ukrainian.
Some redness around the nose, Dida Diafat. They're going to work on it, try to stop some of the blood.
Yeah, I'd have to say that he definitely got the worst of that round, Chuck. He certainly got a very good fight from Vadim Tchemiakin. The freestyle rules allow the leg kicking, which we saw a lot of, and some sweeping movements too, which is quite interesting.
We've seen Dida Diafat fight. You remember against Pete Cunningham, they fought under Oriental rules. That's right, yes. That was a great match and very close. Actually, it was such a close decision that they had to go to the alternate judge to make the decision. Diafat, a very highly regarded fighter, but that wasn't a very good first round for him, Chuck. I anticipate that he'll come on stronger in the next few rounds, but definitely I would have had to give that first round to Vadim Tchemiakin. There's the bell for round #2. These are 2-minute rounds, and again, we're fighting under freestyle rules.
Good flurries from the Ukrainian there, Chuck. Working back to the ropes.
Maybe that first round was a wake-up call for Diafat. He seems to be wanting to do more, but Tchemiakin has him in the corner. Doesn't want to let him out.
Yeah, so far, Tchemiakin seems to start very quickly in these rounds, and he hasn't let up. Certainly, Tchemiakin is putting very strong kicks and something of a sweeping action into the kicks. And mixing up with some good hand strikes. Good right hand there. Now, there you see again, Tchemiakin driving Diafat back to the ropes, which is not a position that Diafat likes to be in. He generally likes to dominate the center of the ring and push his opponent around.
And with his back against the ropes, Diafat's defense seems to be an uppercut, and it's just not connecting for him.
Now, that was an interesting cut kick you saw there from Tchemiakin. Diafat through the left leg and Tchemiakin through the right leg back. Let's see a front kick pushing. Yep. Again, once again, back against the ropes, we have Tchemiakin pushing his opponent back into the ropes, and he's stuck in the corner again, Chuck. Dida Diafat stuck back in that corner. But throwing a good right hand there over the top. Came a little bit off the glove, I think. So far, I don't think Diafat will be happy with his performance in front of his home crowd. He's going to have to really pull some things together, Chuck. Nice left hand, a good left hook there from Tchemiakin.
I don't think he seemed to figure out Tchemiakin's style yet.
That's right. They have quite a few rounds here. We've got 8 rounds scheduled to solve the problem of the opponent, and so far Tchemiakin is certainly the quicker starter.
As we come to the end of round number 2, it seems to be all Vadim Tchemiakin. We'll have round 3 for you in just a moment. Back at the Bercy Arena in Paris, France, Chuck Bennett and Robert Heel were in Dida Diafat's corner, and Dida has dug himself a little bit of a hole here, Robert. He's down in my card 2 rounds to none.
Yeah, that's right. I think I've seen Diafat fight on a few occasions before. I saw him fight Davey Cummings in Las Vegas and just destroy Cummings in 1 round. I saw a great fight, as you did, Chuck, between he and Pete Cunningham for Cunningham's world title that was so close that it actually went to the 4th judge to make the decision on the match. And this fight, he just doesn't look like the same man. So far, I would say that he's taken the worst end of this match.
Left hand you just see in the replay there was probably his best shot so far in the first 2 rounds. It just hasn't been enough. That's pretty much, that's about the best we can put it.
That's right. Tchemiakin started very fast from the beginning of the first round, and he came out very fast at the beginning of the second round, and he's kept up his pace.
Here we go with round number 3. This is scheduled for 8 rounds. These are light welterweights. Dida Diafat of Paris, France. Dida in the dark trunks, and Vadim Tchemiakin from the former Soviet Union in the white trunks with the red trim.
Good action so far this round. They both started pretty fast. Diafat seems to have realized he has to start coming on. He's got to start putting some action together.
Now, in between rounds, his corner basically telling him, you need to do more. You're not doing enough. And obviously, Dida's taking their instructions to heart.
He does seem more composed and more serious at this stage of the first round. Bringing some jabs there and working quite a lot with that right leg roundhouse kick to the legs. Favorite technique of his that we hadn't seen in the early rounds. Oh, a nice move there from Tchemiakin, just moving in with that uppercut. Didn't quite connect. Oh, and that's a foul. He's not allowed to grab the leg and kick the other leg out. That would be an Oriental rules move, but not in freestyle. Oh, that's allowed. Just swept out the back leg. That's a legitimate technique. Well executed too. No fighter likes to be taken down that way because although it doesn't really count as a knockdown, no fighter likes to have to get up off the canvas, Chuck.
This is right where Dida Diafat wants this fight to happen, right in the middle of the round.
Oh, that was a great front kick right into the face by Dida Diafat.
Nice uppercut from Tchemiakin.
Comes back with that good uppercut. Yeah. Good right hand from Diafat there, Chuck. And definitely a more serious Dida Diafat this round. Working that front kick into the body.
And Tchemiakin again using the overhand right, follows it up with a right roundhouse kick.
Good overhand right there from Dida Diafat.
Again, Tchemiakin grabs the leg and holds it. And as you mentioned, Robert, that's not allowed. In Oriental rules, yeah, to a point. Freestyle, no.
Boy, some good action.
That right hand didn't
I don't think it really hurt him, Chuck, no, but we saw a lot of good action that round. Tchemiakin putting some good shots in, but I would have to say that round was the turnaround for Dida Diafat.
Dida Diafat continues to bleed from the nose. I don't think it's causing him too much of a problem breathing-wise. They're going to work on it. It's a good possibility he's had his nose broken.
But it does look a bit that way looking into his corner there. You see a little bit of the action from the round here. And you see a front kick missing from Diafat. And the spinning back fist just really clipping the top of his head from Tchemiakin. Really didn't score. There you see a front kick skimming off and the counter roundhouse sweep by Tchemiakin, taking out Diafat's back leg. That was a nice move. That's the kind of thing that you like to see when it's allowed under these rules, because it is quite a classy move. It knocks the fighter down and he has to get up off the canvas. Even though it doesn't count as a knockdown for points, it's a good strategic move. It definitely can wear a fighter down to have to be picking himself up off the canvas from that kind of a technique.
Here we go with round 4 as we get set. This is scheduled for 8 rounds. And that sweeping kick before that took Dida Diafat down, was that enough for Tchemiakin to win the round, or did you give the round to Diafat?
No, I think that it wouldn't have really counted on the judges' scorecards from that point of view. It would definitely have been a Diafat round. He was a stronger fighter. Coming in quite strongly this round too. That was a very powerful roundhouse kick he just landed to the legs of Tchemiakin.
And if Dida can keep the action in the center of the ring, he...
That's his more comfortable spot, right there in the center of the ring, where he can drive his opponent back. That's what he likes to do. There's that powerful back leg roundhouse kick from Diafat. And again, this time taking Tchemiakin down with the kick.
Tchemiakin came in leaning forward, and Dida swept the leg out from underneath him.
A very strong, powerful move. And again, same one, taking Tchemiakin down. So that can get very uncomfortable very quickly, Chuck. Get taken down that way. Powerful leg kick again from Diafat.
Dida's starting to work the legs.
And a good hand combination there from Diafat. Looking for the uppercut.
Nice left hook.
Catching that left hook in there on Tchemiakin. You can hear the fans here getting right behind Dida Diafat now. You hear the chants of Dida.
Tchemiakin may be in a little bit of trouble, Robert. Got about a half-minute left in round 4.
Oh, yes, that roundhouse kick has hurt him. It caught him right on the inside of his calf. And the referee's giving him a count. He's gone down.
Dropped down to one knee. Both knees, as a matter of fact. I don't know if he's going to make it.
Doesn't look good for him. He's not making it.
That's it.
He's out.
Nice comeback from Dida Diafat.
You can really see the power of those leg kicks there, just making all the difference. Dida came on the last couple of rounds with them, and you saw the effect there, Chuck, just taking his man down and looks like taking him out.
On our cards, Tchemiakin was ahead in the fight, and a great comeback after round 2. Dida Diafat did exactly what he had to do. Started working the leg kicks a little more.
That's right. Maybe Tchemiakin was just a little bit unlucky there because he seemed to be dealing with the leg kicks pretty well most of the time. But what had happened was he had lifted his left leg to block the kick, and he went right past that leg, right underneath it, and hit his back leg very low on the ankle. A completely legal move, but a very difficult move to deal with. He was looking for the kick to be a bit higher. See if we can catch it here in the slow motion.
This is going to be a pretty tough loss to deal with, too, if you're Vadim Tchemiakin.
Yeah, because he was looking so strong. Here you see the kick going in, glances off the front leg, and hits the back leg. I would say just about mid-calf, maybe even into the shin a little bit. That seemed to be what did the damage there, Chuck, was that kick coming through.
Here comes the uppercut, which glanced off the side of his face.
And that left hook that just banged right into the side of his head.
Great comeback by Dida Diafat over Vadim Tchemiakin.